Mentors staying on the cutting edge. There are 4 questions/statements that I will look at. My understanding of effective teaching and learning, the classroom as a business. 2 of the acts that are most applicable to me as an educator. Which 2 agencies will I interact with directly as a classroom teacher/mentor? Why? And number 4, with only 10 years to go, what is my role in the achievement of Vision 2030 for education? There are 3 points in number 1 that I would love to highlight: effective teaching, effective learning, the classroom as a business. There are several tenets that make up an effective teacher. Number 1, an effective teacher must motivate all their students in learning. Number 2, they must use techniques that best serve the learning needs of their students. Number 3, they must encourage independent learning. Number 4, they must be knowledgeable of their content area. And number 5, they must develop productive relationships with their students. Effective learning. In order for learning to be effective, the classroom environment must be conducive to learning. An aura of love must be perpetuated from every teacher to each student and even amongst the students. There are 6 major things that contribute to an effective or successful business management, and these can be used in order to create a successful classroom. Number 1, planning. Lesson planning is of utmost importance. Number 2, budgeting. As it relates to budgeting, a teacher must sit and look at their objectives and look at the things that they would need in order for these objectives to be achieved. Also, the time period given for each class setting. Ensure that these objectives can be achieved during the class time that is allotted to each session. Number 3, data analysis. It is essential that data be analyzed, because when the data is analyzed, it will assist the teacher in ensuring that all the objectives are met, and it will also help the teacher to know how the students are progressing in the class, and if there's a topic that they need to redo or a concept that they need to reteach. Relationships. There are many students who are coming from broken homes, broken families, and when they come to school, they are looking for solace. They're looking for peace. So a teacher must create an environment or foster relationships, healthy relationships with students, so that they can be able to learn well at school. Number 5, reflection. It is important that a teacher reflects on every class and give an evaluation of the class. What would have gone well? What needs to be improved, etc. Number 6, mindset. The mindset of every educator. The mindset that we all should have as educators is that every student must learn. Whether we have to do extra classes, one-on-one interaction, create puzzles and games to make learning fun and interesting, we have to do everything in our powers as educators so that each child can learn. Now, 2 of the acts that I highlighted under the Jamaican Act relating to children and teachers are the Education Act of 1980 and the Child Care and Protection Act. The Education Code of Regulation is the teacher's handbook, as it provides guidance and information on legal rights deemed to us, our students, our classroom, and all governing bodies. the Child Care and Protection Act. This act was signed into law by Governor General March 25, 2004 to strengthen care and protection of children. It also highlights new standards for their treatment and promotes non-discrimination. This basically means that all children must have the same rights to develop their potential. And once a child is placed in our care as educators, we must ensure that these children or this child is protected. Which two agencies will I interact with directly as a classroom teacher / mentor by? There are two agencies that I chose, the Jamaica Teaching Council and the Overseas Examination Commission. It is imperative that all teachers are licensed and regulated. The Jamaica Teaching Council is a body responsible for regulating the teaching profession, building and maintaining competencies of teachers, raising the public status of teachers, and ensuring that policies and guidelines to advance the teaching profession are informed by performance. Its regulatory function includes registration and licensing of teachers. As an educator, I must be registered and licensed. As a mentor, I must ensure that I work closely with the Jamaica Teaching Council so that all my mentees are licensed and registered and regulated. Overseas Examination Council. Standardized school leaving exams are done for all secondary schools in Jamaica in which I am an educator. The primary role of Overseas Examinations Commission is to administer in Jamaica all examinations that originate from overseas. However, over the years, the role of an inspectorate of schools has been added to its core function to ensure that secondary school meets standards set for sitting exams. And I believe that this is an agency that I have to interact directly with as an educator and even for my mentees as a mentor, because I teach CTEC students and probably I will have mentees that also teach students who will do external exams. With only 10 years to go, what is my role in the achievement of the 2030 vision for education? I strongly believe in Vision 2030, and I also believe that I have an important role to play in the achievement of Vision 2030. Vision 2030 begins with each individual. It begins with every child. And as an educator, I interact with my students, and I believe that if it is that I can instill values and morals in each of the students that are placed in my care, then I will play an integral role in the achievement of Vision 2030. Now, Vision 2030 deals with the holistic development of students. And when a student is developed holistically, the mental, the physical, the spiritual, all of these tenets, I will mold a citizen that will add value to my society. My role is that I must use my skills and expertise to train students to be well-rounded, agile of mind, and able to adjust to different situations. How can this be done? This can be done by incorporating various strategies and structures in learning while being a positive role model to my students and fostering effective, healthy relationships with them.